The late 18th century, Europe was a continent dominated by powerful monarchies and ancient traditions. Kings ruled vast territories, and the idea that one man could rise from modest beginnings to challenge the balance of power across the entire continent seemed almost impossible. Yet, in 1769, on the Mediterranean island of Corsica, a child was born who would eventually shake the foundations of Europe. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. Born into a relatively minor noble family, Napoleon did not come from wealth or great influence. However, from an early age, he showed an extraordinary talent for mathematics, military strategy, and leadership. When he was sent to military school in France, he faced ridicule for his Corsican accent and modest background. But the young Napoleon had an intense ambition. He spent countless hours studying the campaigns of great generals from history, dreaming of the day when he would command armies of his own. By the time the French Revolution erupted in 1789, Napoleon was a young artillery officer ready to seize the opportunities created by chaos. As the revolution destroyed the old political order in France, ambitious and talented individuals suddenly found doors opening before them. Napoleon quickly distinguished himself through his bold tactics and calm leadership under pressure. His rise was rapid and dramatic. Within just a few years, he transformed from an unknown officer into one of the most promising commanders in the French army. The French Revolution completely changed the political landscape of Europe. The monarchy was overthrown. King Louis XVI was executed, and France plunged into years of turmoil and conflict. Across Europe, monarchies watched with fear as revolutionary ideas spread among their own populations. As a result, many countries formed alliances against France in an attempt to crush the revolution before it spread further. For Napoleon Bonaparte, this crisis became the perfect opportunity. In 1793, during the Siege of Toulon, he demonstrated his brilliance by designing a plan that forced the British fleet to abandon the port. His success earned him rapid promotion and recognition. Soon afterward, Napoleon was given command of the French army of Italy. At the time, the army was poorly supplied and demoralized, but Napoleon transformed it into a powerful fighting force. With speed, discipline, and brilliant maneuvering, he defeated several larger Austrian armies in a series of stunning victories. His soldiers admired his energy and confidence, and they began to see him as a leader destined for greatness. Each victory increased his reputation both among the French people and within the government in Paris. By the late 1790s, Napoleon had become a national hero, and his ambition was growing stronger than ever. It was becoming clear that he did not simply want to win battles. He wanted to reshape the entire political order of Europe. In 1798, Napoleon launched one of the most unusual campaigns of his career. Instead of marching deeper into Europe, he led a massive expedition to Egypt. His goal was strategic and ambitious. By controlling Egypt, France could threaten British trade routes to India and challenge the power of the British Empire. Napoleon's army quickly defeated the Mamluk forces in the famous Battle of the Pyramids, demonstrating once again the effectiveness of his modern military tactics. However, the campaign soon faced serious difficulties. The British Navy, led by Admiral Horatio Nelson, destroyed the French fleet at the Battle of the Nile, leaving Napoleon's army stranded in Egypt. Despite this setback, Napoleon attempted to expand his campaign into the Middle East, marching into Syria and besieging the city of Acre. But the siege failed, and disease began to spread among his troops. Realizing that the situation was becoming impossible, Napoleon secretly returned to France in 1799, leaving his army behind. Although the Egyptian campaign was not a clear success, Napoleon returned home as a hero. France was once again facing political instability, and many believed that only a strong leader could restore order. Napoleon saw his chance. When Napoleon returned to France, the government known as the Directory was weak, unpopular, and